Hello everybody, welcome back to the show. Today I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do one more stream on Illuminaughtii. That is right, everybody. This might be the final one before I make a video where I summarize everything in a very brief 10-minute video as quickly as I possibly can. But there's one more situation that I want to briefly investigate, because while it is true that Illuminaughtii is constantly saying and doing things that are very stupid, you know, in the present and probably in the future, I decided, you know what, since everybody's already covering that, I'm gonna go in the other direction and go in the past. Now, for those of you who are new here, while it is true that this is a live stream or a past live stream, depending on when you're watching this, you can always watch this as a video or as a podcast or whatever. I always make sure to leave timestamps in the description below, so you can always skip around if need be, because I know not everybody has a million hours of free time. I totally get that. But yeah, hello Pancake Panic and the Gaming Giant, welcome to the stream. This is gonna be a shorter one, right? Somewhere between, like, 30 to 45 minutes, most likely. We're gonna be watching a Tommy C stream from 2019. It was, from a while ago. It's an hour and a half, but we're probably not gonna watch the entire thing. So, yeah. I guess we'll just get started right away. Except not really, because I just realized that it's not going to be in full screen, and that's going to bother me because there's like a bug with Google Chrome that messes everything up. So we're gonna fix that real quick, and then we'll get right into it. You know, we'll get right into the meat, the juice, if you know what I'm saying. Because you know, that's what we're here for. Everybody is here for the epic YouTube drama. So, long story short, from what I understand, from what I understand, basically, Illuminaughtii used to have managerial access to Tommy C's channel. Now, why is this important? Well, the reason it's important is because she, well, deleted a bunch of his videos. I'm not even joking. That is something that is actually a part of the Illuminaughtii lore, and I don't know much about it. I remember it being briefly mentioned on a different Tommy C stream than the one that we're about to watch a part of, but the reason we're watching this is I want a little bit more context as to, you know, what even caused Illuminaughtii to do that in the first place. So, without further ado, let me just pull up the playlist, I guess you could say, and, yeah, so, hold on, stop being cringe. Oh my god, my Wi-Fi is really good. I just love when things lag.
And or else we would just be doing that.
That was what I guess what bothers me the most is to get to the point stuff. While it was not a successful project, I loved it, and it really bothers me that I'm never going to get to see those videos again.
So this is Tommy C in 2019. Essentially, Illuminaughtii, well, deleted a bunch of his old videos out of spite. She had managerial access to his channel. That's where we are.
Because not only they drawn these videos, we did skits and stuff in between them, and we worked real hard. And you know, I bought all the graphics and did all that stuff, and they're gone. They're never coming back. It sucks. And let me tell you something right now, and I'll prove it later when it comes up. This is yeah, Rip Wilson. They're not all gone, but anything related to Blair is gone. And some of those videos had like Rip Wilson and Sarah J. Warren or Blair or Crimson Studios, and they're all gone. And I made that playlist for me. And I know there's some confusion about whether they're privated or not. Yeah, some of them were privated as per Blair's request a couple months ago when she was going to sue Keemstar for saying she had an STD. So like,
I think we've already seen this clip, but we definitely didn't get any further than that. But we already have the context of Tommy C is more than willing to private any videos per her request, right? That include her in it. But she decided not only is she not gonna, you know, ask for permission, and not only is she, you know, gonna private them behind his back, which I guess, you know, that would be like kind of annoying, but whatever, fine. She decided to flat out delete them, you know, not archive them, not put them in a Google Drive somewhere so that, you know, it's not gone forever. Nah, she just decided, you know what, because I'm a vengeful and terrible person, I'm just gonna delete them entirely.
cooperated and I privated the videos, but before she left, she deleted the private videos too. So that to clear up some of the confusion on Augie's stream. To clear up some of the confusion on Augie's stream, some of them said privated, some of them deleted. I don't know if it just updated and some of them were privated.
Yeah, it's clearly done out of spite. It's not her trying to, you know, get those videos, you know, just I just don't want them to be seen publicly. No, she did it out of spite. Otherwise, she wouldn't have deleted any of the private videos. Like, it's clearly spite-driven.
Because Blair was going to sue Keemstar, and I was like, she didn't want them out there for, I don't know, somebody using it against her. I didn't argue with her. I did it, and I probably would have privated the other ones or just downloaded them all had she told me.
If she asked.
No, she just fucking did it. She did it, and she waited for me to find out about it. And just, this is, I'll start the story from the beginning, but I'll get the big stuff out of the way first. This was my goodbye. This will play a relevant role in this story. This is my goodbye. She sent me a video of an arcade where I made a crack. I think you know where this is going. This is great working with you. It's very clear. We've gone in 2 different directions. I wish you nothing but the best for you, your team, your news, your family. And I went, huh? And then I was like, oh, okay, I don't know. Fair enough. Thanks for everything. All the best. And the part of this is the video. At that point, she had actually deleted my Get to the Point stuff and the 2 news episodes she did for Shop on the Point News when we revamped.
Notice how two-faced she is. I know that it's, you know, kind of a redundant point to say, hey, by the way, did you know that Blair Zahn Illuminaughtii is actually dishonest? But I think, again, you know, it's a pattern of behavior that has been, you know, a recurring theme among her entire career, not just the past couple months, right?
So she didn't tell me ahead of time. She knew it was wrong because she would have told me if it was right. Now,
yeah, and notice how she's acting all nice, like everything's all hunky-dory in DMs, and they're just going their own separate little ways. Yet behind his back, it's entirely different. Again, something that she has repeatedly done. You know, saying one thing to one person, saying another thing to another person, and then doing something entirely different from any narrative that she's told anybody.
From what I understand, she unfollowed Augie and spurged in a fucking chat where she basically claimed it was hers, and she had every right to do it. But if she felt so comfortable about it, why didn't she tell me at least tell me she had already deleted them or anything? No, she was trying to hide it, and she knows it was wrong. You know, at least at the very least touch base with me. And I had a history of privating videos that would have ruined her life. And one of those videos had a 20,000 hits in this face banks thing, and that was a big. It's just, you know, it sucks. The Barley House one is gone, and it sucks. You know, it just kind of sucks. And we got that one out quick. But look, Get to the Point was a failure, but it's something that meant a lot to me because I had a shit fun. I had a fun with the finished product. It was kind of a pain in the ass to put together, and that's why we had several Get to the Point people so we could upload in different time zones. It didn't work out, so right. But I thought that's why I made a playlist. The playlist is really for me, you know, because I thought it was the most creative thing that I'd done on my own, you know. So whatever. But in order to really grasp this story, this very, very, very stupid story, how this whole thing came about, how this whole thing ruined her life. How? I don't know. I don't know how. It was like she didn't want him coming up in court because she said she was going to sue Keemstar. I'll get into all that later. So to get in this actually has nothing.
Yeah, that is obviously BS. If she was genuinely concerned about, I don't want it to come up in court when I sue Keemstar, then why would she delete the private ones? Does Keemstar have access to all of the private videos on Tommy C's channel? Or is this just a dumb excuse that she is using as a very flimsy attempt at a justification for her doing something because she's vengeful and probably perceives Tommy as having wronged her in some way?
To do with me or Blair. This has something to do with, and it says, you know, Illuminaughtii deleted my videos over a fat joke. I didn't even tell the fat joke. Like, I have literally nothing to do with this. And it was actually one of my staff members. I had a guy. Well,
she doesn't care if you end up in the crossfire, right? It's all about her. You know, the world revolves around her, as we all know.
I named Ricochet.
The lowest one on the totem pole behind you.
He's not the lowest one on the totem pole. Come on.
Okay, maybe to be fair, Lethal did come back, so I guess he's no longer the lowest. Vault is the second lowest.
So
anyway, continue.
She had met up with Real Talk and some fans of mine and fans of hers too. I'm not going to sit there and, you know, obviously she got 100,000 subs for a reason, and they met in Las Vegas. One of my news team guys, Rico, at the time, and they wanted to put me in a room. Real Talk was there and thank me. And so how they did it is we all went into the news chat room where all the other members were, and you know, we kind of said hello. And I guess Rico said it, and for reasons that I'm not quite sure to this day, the Vault kept repeating over and over again, "God, Rico, you're fat." And then that was kind of uncomfortable and funny, and Real Talk cackled as loud as he could. And then like 5 minutes would pass, he would go, "Jesus, Rico, you're really, really fat." And it was, I gotta be honest with you, it was kind of uncomfortable, you know, but it was fucking funny. You know, it was funny. And he kept saying, I don't remember if I told him. I definitely said something afterwards, like, "Jesus, what's the matter with you?" Rico had gone out of his way to kind of express to me and a lot of other people he was fucking Brad Pitt, you know? And he would show us pictures of himself, like, clearly 10 years ago, right? And he was about as little smaller than Tipster. And I'm not kidding. And that's the funny part, because Rico came up with a hamburger meme for Tipster and had been fucking, which I don't care. Believe me, I don't care if he tortures Tipster, you know? So.
Oh, so Tommy C hasn't liked Tipster for a hot minute. Okay, I did not know that. I guess this is, oh god, an additional piece of the, Tommy C lore. I don't know too much about it. Now, what I will say is, you know, I mean, I think this part is self-explanatory. I mean, this is just adding context, but, yeah. I already knew that there was, yeah, like, a whole fat joke about, what's-his-face, Rico, right? Rico seemed to be cool with it, right? And iilluminaughtii was participating, you know, in that, joke or whatever. I think she was going along with the joke.
I don't care.
There was a clip of it somewhere.
At all. I made a T-shirt, you know, with Tipster's fat hamburger face. In fact, well, it was his concept. Come to think of it, it was his concept, and then Optic Decay actually made the fat Tipster shirt. So Vault called him fat a couple times, and what happened next? This is like did he leave the internet? Like, what happened, Shabak?
Pretty much. Yeah, he said he was going to step back, work on himself and all that, because Vault's words really struck with him, I guess, you know?
Yeah. But did I have kicked him off the news team by that point, or was it just after that?
It was that, remember, he left. It was like a mutual thing, because he was telling you he wasn't contributing and all that stuff.
Well, here's what happened. We have a rule. We entered about 6-7 months ago. You have to post at least 3 things. All right, it's really not much to ask. You know, and you can hang out. And you have to post 3 things. The news finders, and he was a news finder. He has to,
Wait, 3 things? How often?
You have to post 3 things, and
like 3 things in total, or 3 things a month? I'm confused.
He told me that due to his job, and jobs and family come first, that he couldn't do it. But it was kind of a weird conversation, because it was a circular conversation. It was like, I'm sorry, Tommy, I can't do it. It's like, well, the thing is, I can't keep the rule, and I can keep you, but I can keep you. That's the problem. So you're going to have to post 3 times a week. I'm going to have to put you out of the server, because that's the rule. I can't.
Oh, 3 times a week. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I could understand not being able to do that.
Make an exception, especially when, you know, I have a guy do an account every week to make sure everybody's contributing. And then he would go on about how, like, much he thought I was great and what have you. He was like, okay, that's fine, but you got to post 3 times a week. So he didn't actually, in the entire conversation, say, look, I can't do it. Because he knew that he wanted, like, the double standard, like, clearly, openly. Like, he had 0 problem with the double standard. But so we let him go, and I thought it was no hard feelings. I didn't unfollow him anywhere. He could call me. We're friends on, maybe we even still are. We're friends on Discord. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. I'm like the easiest guy to get a hold of if you're in my circle. And
no, I'm the easiest guy to get a hold of. All right, you think it's easy to get a hold of Tommy C? Just wait until you try to get a hold of me, because it'll take like 2 seconds. Except, actually, no, that's probably a lie, because I don't check my DMs very often.
I thought that was it. So then the Vault thing happens, and he leaves the internet or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Stepped back, and pretty much he had his own server called the Moonbase.
Okay.
I was pretty much in charge of it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
He was gone. I'm just gonna fill in really quick.
Sure.
He was gone. He was supposed to be working on himself.
Somebody in chat is saying, this whole drama has reached a darker turn, with CB2 exposing Blair for not doing what she wanted. Click to do before, immediately banning a PDF file, hitting on a minor. She is such a hypocrite. Yeah, she absolutely is. And this is just, you know, another example of, you know, her unambiguously being in the wrong, a hypocrite, and, you know, not actually having any morals, but, you know, trying to morally grandstand in order to make somebody she doesn't like look bad. That's all there is to it. Now, we're probably gonna watch that in a minute. But I just wanna show, okay, you know, here's a pattern of behavior. Here's what iilluminaughtii was like in 2019. All right, here's what she was like in 2019. Here's what she's like now, type of thing. Because I think that can add value. And this is probably gonna be the last stream I do, before I upload a video explaining the iilluminaughtii lore, in a whole separate, like, one video. Just very compact, just fast-paced and whatnot. Just taking the, you know, yeah, you'll
not being
know
on Discord, nothing.
You'll know when you see it.
And next thing you know, my powers get taken, and Blair's like, "Oh, Rico's back."
Okay.
And Vault gets kicked.
Oh.
Does he have timestamps?
James is back.
Like a month and a half later,
Thank you.
he comes back. Vault gets kicked.
Okay. Going back prior to that, and this is going to be Versus' favorite part.
No, he
I
doesn't
walked in the news. I logged into the newsroom a few weeks
You
prior to
actually walked
that.
in.
Before all this happened, I walked in. This is important. And Nick and Doc were in a fight with Verst. And the first thing I was like, oh my god! And it was getting heated. Like, Nick was yelling at Verst, and Doc was chiming in, and I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. And I was afraid it would, you know, collapse the whole thing. And I really need these guys. I've been really upfront with how much I need these guys to help me out, because I can't do it all. I can't do it all with the kid and, you know, everything I got to do around town and everything else. And I basically, Verst can be a little bit of a bully, And I really need these guys. I've been really upfront with how much I need these guys to help me out because I can't do it all. I can't do it all with the kid and everything I got to do around town and everything else. And I basically, Verse can be a little bit of a bully, maybe even to the point where I'm uncomfortable with it. So I basically took him aside and I said, "You have to stop this. You're going to break up the whole thing." And he said something to the effect of, "Do you want me to tell you why I'm doing it?" And I said, "No, I don't care." I go, "Just fucking get along with everybody." And apparently,
All right, I'm just gonna go through the transcript and then find the parts that I think will be important because I don't wanna like watch the entire stream. Obviously, because it seems like okay, this is a podcast type of thing, and it seems like there's other stuff being talked about. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the transcript and see. Because he's not really talking about Blair right now. I don't even know who he's talking about. This doesn't really... Okay. Alright, I think I found... Alright. Alright, I think this be a... Alright, here we
Rico
go.
win at the most was Tipster and Og. Relentlessly. And I told the dude,
they kind of deserve it, but you dish it out. You got to be able to take it.
Yeah, but to the point where Nick doesn't even want to make a video like he was planning.
Who doesn't want to make a video? Nick?
I'm saying, remember Nick was going to do the video on...
That's a lot of money, I guess.
When he was being stupid.
And
And then it was just relentlessly from Rico to where Nick was like, I don't even want to touch this.
He should have done it anyway.
Yeah, you
for me.
drive for everyone else.
He was like, hey, by the way, Tipster's fat.
Yeah.
And we're like, yep,
Yeah,
you got him.
Sure is.
Did you guys see the burger emote? Yep, you've posted it 4 times.
Yeah,
I
he
did see it.
He actually made
Tipster
it.
is
He's really
fat.
funny. And
Yeah.
I'm not, like, Rico was funny. And
Everyone is fat. Nick Diorio was fat as well. Papa Gut is fat. Who else? Nick Crompton is fat. Anybody remember Nick Crompton? I thought this was going to be more like a... I thought there was going to be more context here. But, it seems I was wrong. I have been sadly mistaken. Alright. Oh. Okay.
like Zhivago was talking about Rico in another server. I go, your server, right? And she said, no. I said, Blair, I got in trouble with this in 2016. You can't police the internet and white knight for people. You'll be doing it all day. Like you can't keep people from making fun of each other, right? And the people you named are donating fans. Don't make fun.
Well, what's funny is that Blair was more than willing to make fun of people. I mean, she would go along with the joke. She just has a double standard. At the end of the day, it's just another example of her being completely hypocritical, despite pretending to have some sort of a moral compass.
Well, fuck you. They're gonna tell me to fuck off. Then what do you want? And she was really pissed off, and she ended the conversation with, I hope you're wrong. Well, I'm right. They're gonna fuck you over. I guarantee it. I'm calling it right now, and I'm pretty good at this stuff. So,
I think he's probably wrong. I'm guessing that she fucked them over instead. So technically, Tommy C is, took the L here because Blair is the one that fucks other people over. So he's wrong because she didn't get fucked over.
Basically, over time, got irritated. I don't take orders very well, especially over shit like this, over stuff I can do absolutely nothing about. So as days went on, I got more and more fucking irritated. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about Rico, even though I would never talked about Rico to begin with, because he's not a public figure, right? And I got her coming at me like, no, she's in fucking charge. Who? What could you threaten me with? Keemstar, FaZe Banks, Kozdef, all million sub guys, Alex. I don't listen to you. You listen to fucking me.
And this right here, this is the actual reason why she deleted his videos. She didn't delete them for a lawsuit, okay? She did it because she perceived Tommy C as having wronged her in some way, like I said. And this is her, this is a perfect example of that, right? She'll take the tiniest thing, the tiniest little disagreement, and then I guess in her own imagination, she'll paint some sort of caricature of whoever it is that she has an issue with now, right? And then as a result of that, she feels like, because the world revolves around her, she needs to do something vengeful, because, that she wants to, I guess, right? And, deleting the videos that she knows that Tommy C, put a lot of work into and cares about, because it was a passion project. She knew that was going to negatively affect him, that was going to upset him, and that's exactly why she did it. She didn't do it for the sake of the lawsuit. She did it because she knew that he would get upset over it. That's literally all there is to it, right? And I think that her intentions are very obvious, especially knowing what we know now about her as a person, right? It's just the same pattern of behavior over and over again, right? The only reason, again, she only brought up the lawsuit thing for plausible deniability. That's it, right?
Get that? I mean, get it? Like, I don't have to do anything for anybody. I could shake up the fucking world and be losing fucking 10 subs a day. Like,
exactly. And if you don't lick Illuminati's boot, then, you know, she sees you as somebody who has wronged her. That's all there is to it.
Like,
right?
I got this whole vibe that she wanted to dance, so I was a little irritated. And then I found out about the video that she made. I found out the video she made on Zlaslow, whatever the fuck his name is, and it was jumping on the fucking sexual harassment, rape allegation bandwagon, which, in fairness, she did delete and quasi-apologize for. But there was something in there that this has absolutely nothing to do with Rico, and it was actually my fault. And this is on this past Sunday. It said that she had talked to Zlaslow and they worked it out, or that's the way I read it. But the reply to her was like a meme. Apparently, she got into this thing with this r/ guy, and she's been taking a lot of shit for going after, like, her, those r/ fans, r/ the YouTube channel, kind of go after her, and she was responding to that. I thought she was saying that she worked things out with Zlaslow, and I was talking to him, and I said, "Do you know Illuminati?" He said, "No." "Have you ever spoken to Illuminati?" "No." And then I called her out. I called her up. I said, "I can't have you on my news team lying, and much less being involved in this shit. If you'd have just talked to me 2 weeks prior to Zlaz making his video, I got contact."
Well, that's the thing, is Illuminati wants to not only be able to control the narrative, right? Which is fine. I understand wanting to control the narrative. Where I draw the line is when you do it dishonestly, right? That's where I say, okay, now it's wrong, right? And she wants to be able to control it dishonestly. She wants to be able to make up whatever the fuck she wants. She wants to be able to, you know, lie to people and you know, go behind people's backs, do whatever she wants. She's entitled. I mean, we already know this, right? Because at the end of the day, she has no, like, she sort of disregards, you know, the well-being of others in favor of her own, you know, I guess, delusional, warped perception of reality, because that's all that matters to her, right?
Contacted my right opinion, and it was already looking like he was innocent then. And I could have more than happy to tip her off on that, so she didn't have to embarrass herself and jump on this fucking bandwagon that is clearly not going to go well for Alex in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's just another example of Blair being stupid.
But she was super pissed that I accused her of, and in fairness, rightfully so. And I think at that point, with the way I've been talked to, I was just...
I mean, to be fair, I don't even... I mean, I guess I could understand being slightly pissed, but I don't think that was... You know, that would be that big of a deal. I mean, she should be more pissed at herself than anybody else, right? It's her fault that she uploaded a video promoting false allegations in the first place. That is on her. That is her fault. That is not Tommy C's fault. That is not Slazzo's fault. That is her own fault. And she should take accountability for that, right? But obviously, she's not going to be as mad at herself for doing something wrong because in her mind, she's categorically different from everybody else.
Just trying to give her an out. Just go. And my plan was, if she had done it, which she hadn't, it's like, look, I won't tell anybody about this, but why don't you leave the news team? But she said no, and she got mad, and she hung up, whatever. And that, and you can check the my social blade in the news channel, I had Vault delete a video because we were worried about her getting angry and going berserk. And should I just kick her now? And then the thing was, I didn't kick her because that conversation was like my fault, right? I fucked that up. So I had Vault go to communication manager, which he couldn't do anything. And then I had Vault delete a video as, and you can see it's about 3,000 views. I had Vault delete a video as manager, and it went, but he couldn't delete the channel. So it's really stupid. Like, you can't give people permissions correctly. You either can delete the whole channel one at a time, or you can...
I think he meant to say videos.
You can delete the whole thing like one at a time, or you can do almost nothing, which is stupid. And you can't upload, you can't really do much of fucking anything. So I thought about kicking her out that day, and I was like, you know what? Look, the thing was my fault. If she still wants to help me out, that's great. And then this happened. I got this message from her after I did a stream, and I think Vault posted a fucking Rico meme on and things. And this video is important up here, and I'm going to show it to you now. One of my goofy friends, or fucking probably somebody
oh, finally. This is what I was looking for.
Donates a lot, is aware of the situation. Somebody in the moon base. I'm not quite sure who it is. And they sent me this donation while I was playing Rocket League.
That's a lot of money.
And by the way, like, this, Blair sent this to me as an example on why she was leaving.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Better watch your back, keep your people in control. Better YouTuber. Yeah, fuck you, I'll do what I want. Rico.
So the whole thing was kind of on my mind. I mean, I got her telling me what I can and can't do, and
This was the day after I got kicked from a server.
That wasn't Rico. Obviously, that was somebody trying to get me going, and that's all I said. I could talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, like whatever the fuck I want to talk about, and I don't appreciate.
But Tommy, I don't know, man. I think that Illuminati should be the one that decides what you get to talk about. You know, I mean, we all know that she is the ultimate arbiter of truth. She is the one that dictates morality, right from wrong. You know, I think that, you know, I think that, you know, if Illuminati tells you something, it's like the word of God, and you need to do it. Otherwise, you've backstabbed her or wronged her in some way.
Appreciate being told just because you have 100K what I can and can't do. I have eaten people your size and bigger for breakfast, and it's like I don't appreciate people telling me what I can and can't do, and I wouldn't have been involved in it at all had or even made that comment had you been so concerned about people making things you can't control, and you can't control people being made fun of on the internet, no matter how fucking hard you try, and you certainly can't tell me.
And as somebody who's been made fun of on the internet like a lot more than the average person with a channel my size, right? It's like, yeah, that like I think that every content creator knows, yeah, you can't really control that, especially if you've been made fun of before, right? And ultimately, it's like, yeah, people are gonna make fun of whoever they want, and that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. That's kind of what you sign up for if you're gonna be a public figure, or if you're going to interact with public figures, and you know, say things publicly, right? Or be a part of that sphere, you know, be you know, in the eye of the public, right? Because, you know, it's really not that serious, right? At the end of the day, people will make jokes about whoever they want. Some of them might be shit jokes, and that's fine. You can say, oh, that wasn't a very funny joke. I thought it was in poor taste. That's perfectly fine. But to, you know, dictate what comedy is or isn't okay, is obviously fucking stupid. And I think that any reasonable person can get behind that, right?
Here's my thing. Straighten the fuck out yourself. So that's the thing that pissed her off. You know, my crack on my arcade. I think you know where this is going. It was great working with you. But we're clearly going two different directions. I wish you nothing but the best for your new Seams family. I wrote, huh? I was like, okay.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, she clearly wishes him nothing but the best. That's why she deleted a bunch of videos on his channel without his permission, behind his back. That's what you do when you wish somebody the best.
I know now. And I was like, relieved. And I go and check the news thing, and she left. I was like, oh God, thank God she didn't delete anything. And then I found out she did like 24 hours later. You know, and then I was like, I can't find, and I looked in the playlist, like, oh no, it's all gone. Like everything.
Like, that's such a scummy thing to do.
Related to her is like all gone. And like I said, the videos were like a series, and they connected. Like they had storylines.
And the glaring one was the FaZe Banks one, obviously, with the Barley House stuff, because that was huge. That one was very easily recognized as gone.
Yeah, and that's when we started figuring like, oh fuck, and then realized. Then I thought it was, then I realized it was the most recent stuff too. And just to prove to you guys now, because I'll switch over there. Like again, there is some question whether whether they were just privated and not deleted.
Nope, they were all deleted. So, I mean, that's, again, it has nothing to do with her suing Keemstar, which is fucking absurd in of itself, by the way, right? But yeah, no, if that's all it was about, and she, you know, genuinely wished Tommy C the best, right? She would just be like, hey, by the way, I'm trying to sue Keemstar, Daniel Keem, okay? Can you, like, private these videos for like a month or two until the lawsuit is finished? I'd really appreciate that. That's all she had to do, right? But she didn't do that because it's not about the lawsuit.
I'll show you something. I'll go into my my videos here, and I don't have any privated videos anymore. So you can see this right here. Blah blah blah. This is the news channel. Let's see. Let's go to unlit or privated video. Oh, we'll go to unlisted first. I don't think I have any. 0. Okay.
Damn.
And we'll flip to privated videos. So she deleted the private videos that I had privated her because she was going to go sue Keemstar because Keemstar said that she had an STD. And
yeah. So he privated the videos for her because he was being nice, and then she still decided to delete them. You know, behind his back without his permission. Yeah, clearly she's just doing it so that she can win the lawsuit against Keemstar. Yeah, that's obviously her intent.
I just cooperated, which I probably would have cooperated had she told me. So she basically just...
I mean, yeah, there's precedent of him cooperating with that, right? He would have done it. So, obviously, that's not the actual reason.
Deleted my videos. Now, I've been told she says those are her videos.
Yeah, they're her videos. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not going to get in that fucking debate. I think they're mine. She made them for me. It's my channel. I'm the owner. But...
like, I don't think that Blair knows how collaborating works, right? The whole point of collaborating is helping a different content creator, you know, make content on their channel that is their content, to, you know, promote each other, right? You know, you get, you know, some promotion from their audience and vice versa, right? And usually, you know, it's, you benefit more if you, regardless of channel size most of the time, you usually benefit more if you show up on somebody else's channel, unless it's like, okay, there's like 100 sub YouTuber, you know, making a video in collaboration with a 1 million sub, but you get the point.
That
right?
being said, even if she felt that way, I kind of wish, like, could I take him down and put him on a hard drive at least? You know, like, this is like.
Well, the thing is, if any of us contributes to this channel or the other channel, we accept the fact that if there's some clip or something you want to make and upload to the channel, it's yours.
Yeah, like, I can't.
Like, for instance, if somebody comes in here and we
hold on a second. What if I deleted fucking baited videos before I left?
That would be so scummy.
Because that's me. And she deleted stuff with Crimson. She deleted stuff that she'd done with me. Sometimes we had 2 of the characters doing the drama news. So, I mean, imagine that. Nick's, by the way, Nick's 1-year anniversary is today on Chopping the Point, right? That's
Fuck
great.
him.
what Nick gets to take the podcast with him, the videos. I don't understand why she gets to do that. And I think she knows it was wrong, too, because...
Yeah, guys, I actually own the interview that Tommy C did with me because I'm in it. That's how copyright works, guys, I swear.
If she thought it was okay, she wouldn't have sent me this. She said, and by the way, I took my videos back. You know? So, and I just... You know,
wow, it's almost like she's a two-faced liar. No way.
But I'll be honest with you, I was pretty pissed off, and I spurged out.
I would be pissed off. I would spurg out. Are you kidding me?
Privately, and obviously I said it to.
I would spurg out publicly. Are you kidding?
A person that told Doggy, you know, and
to be fair, I think you were just speaking to whoever would listen.
Yeah,
at that point,
I was just mad. You know,
Very
I was
possible,
fucking
yeah.
mad about it, and you know, I fucking fired Volt for calling fucking. No, I didn't.
We banned him from the server for 1 month. He has to think about
yeah,
what
it's
he's
all
done.
Volt's fault. But I don't look at.
We told him he must get to the goal weight of 300 pounds so that Ricochet can come back to the server and bully him.
Yes.
So he has 1 month to gain.
Yeah.
God, he's tiny, probably at least 250 pounds.
So like, obviously I had cancer on my news team. I didn't recognize it. I didn't listen to Verse because he said he was a fucking retard and we should get rid of him. And I have this problem. You guys know about it. When somebody's nice to me, I tend to look the other way. You know, and I try.
Okay, honestly, same. I also have that problem. Yeah, if somebody's nice to me, I might look the other way. I've tried to overcome that issue, right? It's like, okay, you know, somebody's nice to me, but are they really being nice to me, or do they just want something out of me? It's like, okay, it's like for a while I sort of had this mindset of, oh yeah, no, like large creators aren't gonna, use me for something. Most likely, unless it's like blatantly obvious. It's like, what would they get out of a small creator like me? They're not gonna get any clout. You know, it's like, what would they even gain from a small channel at its humble beginnings like mine, right? It's like, well, if they see, oh, here's a channel that could get large in the future, you know, it's like, better start interacting with them while they're still impressionable type of thing, right? I think. I don't know, that's how I see it. It's like, you gotta be careful, right? And I know that people are gonna be like, oh, well, you're not careful, you're friends with Jalen and Natty Force. It's like, I've looked into all that shit, and it's like, it's people stretching the truth at best and lying at worst, right? That's what it boils down to, alright? Now, let's see what Illuminaughti's current behavior looks like, okay? Just so we're clear, alright? A YouTuber called CB2 uploaded a video called Creeps, found in Illuminaughti's Discord server, which is really funny, you know, considering the fact that that's what she was supposedly criticizing the clique for, was for not banning a PDF file within 1 single nanosecond when it was 2 a.m. where he lived, and then his mods banned that person before he was even awake. So let's see how Illuminaughti would handle this situation, since clearly she would be able to handle it so much better than the clique.
I'm very serious when I say I'm kind of scared to upload this, okay? 'Cause this is new stuff that could present legal issues. I didn't do anything wrong, I promise. I didn't, because this has evolved from report to do.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm out of options. This is new stuff that could present legal issues. I didn't do anything wrong, I promise. I didn't, because this has evolved from reporting on the situation to being involved, okay? I want to say, don't go after anyone in this. Don't worry, we're about to go back to the normal format. But to cover my ass one more time, all of this is alleged. I also want to clear.
What if I said, you know what, it's not alleged? You know, I feel like, why can't Blair Zahn, aka Illuminaughti, just send me a cease and desist already? You know, I'm starting to feel a little bit left out here, if you know what I'm saying.
Before we start, that because I didn't think this was going to turn into a video, there were certain screenshots that I didn't get. I didn't grab some screenshots, but it doesn't affect what's going on, and I have other ways to back up what I'm saying, but I just wanted to let you guys know
that's
beforehand.
good news.
So you guys know the drill already. This is Illuminaughti. I have an entire playlist on her drama if you guys want to go check it out, and this is Charlie, a 15-year-old comic.
Wow, they have more content, or Well, I guess it depends on how long
So
the
you guys know
videos
the drill
are.
already. This is Illuminati. I have
Oh, never mind. That they probably wouldn't have more content than me, because I make hour-long, like multiple hour-long streams. All those videos are under 10 minutes.
an entire playlist on her drama if you guys want to go check it out. And this is Charlie, a 15-year-old commentary YouTuber who has been helping me investigate
With 91 subscribers. Okay, Charlie OU.
Illuminati. He texted me today and asked if we could talk because he came across something very important. There is an individual in her server. He is an apparent artist, and he DMs Charlie. It starts off innocent enough, but it immediately devolves into creep area. The individual says, hey, yo, draw me with her. He says, hey, I do other art. He asks if he wants to see them, which then he sends his portfolio, which is full of porn. And Charlie says, damn, too bad I'm a broke 16-year-old. He begins to keep pushing. He says, hey, not too bad though, because maybe you can find someone that can. There's always someone looking for commissioned art. No, that's cool. She's like 30 and I'm 16. It's just a fantasy. That's what I specialize in, the imagination part. He says he'll send him what he's about to draw, and Charlie says not to worry about the NSFW drawings, and then says, I'm not sure if I kept this in the portfolio, and then sends more NSFW drawing, and then again follows it up.
Obviously, this in of itself does not incriminate Illuminati, at least not so far. It's just another example of her being a hypocrite.
With more, this appears to be of Jaden Animations. Charlie asks for his age, and he says, I won't tell you my age, but we're close in age. How about that? Are you older or younger? Older, dude. You 18? Which he never responds. And then Charlie comes out and says he was lying, that he's actually 15 years old. I also want to specify during this, Charlie knew what was going on.
God.
He does play kind of a character throughout the situation, although he is legitimately 15. This wasn't originally intended to go in there and be like, hey, Predator. You get what I'm saying? That's the way it fell. I'm pulling these from a singular recording he sent me of DMs. I'll play them right here if you guys want to go over it yourself and look through all the DMs, because I did just give kind of a synopsis. At this point in time, I personally look over the stuff, and I ask him if it's okay if I message Illuminati about this stuff, and he says it's okay. I want to clarify that although I don't like her, I would at least want to give her the chance to handle this in her own community because of the severity of the situation,
I would tend to agree.
which I will get to how she handles it later. The individual now acknowledges that he is 15. He says, oh, since when does a 15-year-old have bills? And this is
Well, she hasn't already banned that person, so, you know, at this point in the storyline, so she's obviously, you know, endorsing PDF filey, yeah.
where it starts getting a little disgusting, okay? Your profile picture looks like a cream pie. Then he starts asking for pics. It starts out innocent enough, if that can be innocent. Maybe an elbow pic? Then he sends an elbow pic, and then he goes on saying he wants to lick it.
Yeah, I love sending elbow pics. Oh, those are my favorite.
Yes, and then he goes on to talk about how hard he is. And this is where it starts to get a little not good, okay? He sends a picture of his hand, and Loop says, so hot. Goes on to say, I'm rock hard. And here is the killing blow. This is where it gets a little rough, so if you guys are sensitive to this, you know, hey, can you send more? Sure. What do you want? Let's see. Dick. I'm going to the prize. Actually?
I would send a picture of the Dick's Sporting Goods store, by the way. That's my response.
Yeah, if you want. It's not like I can force you, lol. Send it. You don't mind? I'm only 15. I mean, I don't care. But Charlie then sends a picture of himself. Fully clothed, by the way. Nothing bad, but he responds, hot. During all of this, I'm trying to find ways to contact Blair. I tried her Discord. I tried joining her Patreon Discord, but I can't talk without paying. So what I did is I did pay the $5 to hopefully get in contact
I could never
with her. I do want to clarify, I did tell Charlie not to encourage him, not to send anything. Then Charlie sends this. Charlie thinks he's joking. I do clarify that this is serious. This isn't a joke. At this point in time, I get into her Patreon server, and these are the messages that I do not get because I didn't think this would turn into a video. I asked for an admin or for Blair because I need to report some serious behavior that's going down. Someone, I'm not totally sure, I don't recall, says an admin will be online whenever they are so things can get dealt with. Meanwhile, this individual is asking Charlie, the 15-year-old, to call him daddy and asking, how far will you go? Charlie refuses, and the individual blocks him in an effort to force him to call him that, and he later unblocks him, but Charlie doesn't respond. This is around the time the mod gets on, and he/she says their DMs are open. I go to their DMs to send a message, then both me and Charlie are banned from the server before I can even send anything. I don't stop. I don't stop.
Wait. Okay, banned before they could send anything. Okay. So then they wouldn't be banned for bringing up the situation. It's still weird that they would get banned immediately, though, right? But I would assume it's because, I recognize that person as somebody who's made videos criticizing Illuminati, and maybe that's why.
Stop.
So clearly there's like some active mods, right? I mean, they're active enough to ban a YouTuber that, you know, a relatively obscure YouTuber that Illuminati doesn't like. So they've, you know, Illuminati, you know, she does have, you know, terminally online mods, which is incredible, you know? I guess maybe she has at least met one of her own standards, right? I mean, they do ban people within a nanosecond, right?
Here, because this is serious stuff, okay? I messaged Blair on the Patreon, and I can only assume she saw later because of a reason I will get to in a little bit. I say, I was just banned from your server. I was asking a mod to report pedo behavior from one of your Patreon members in the Discord server. And whoever it was decided to ban me. I have evidence, and I would like to share if at all possible. This isn't drama. This isn't for attention. I'm just trying to report this behavior, which I get no response. I have an alt in her server. I can't access general chats because I don't have a Patreon link to that, and I'm not paying $5. And the same admin that said their DMs are open, and I assume that kicked us, puts this in the announcements. It reads, at everyone, anyone that enters the server only for drama and trying to gather evidence against Blair in light of recent events will be permabanned. Just a reminder. I apologize for the double ping, but I strongly suspect that drama trolls have entered the server and asked questions related to age gap relationships to try to expose the Patreon server as condoning pedophilia. Please be very cautious with what you say and do not give out any
Yeah, this is schizophrenia.
information. As an obvious note, we do not condone these actions, and we will only condone language that strongly condemns horrific acts. It wasn't an age gap relationship, dude. It was a 2-hour-long conversation that quickly escalated into the user asking a minor for nude pictures of himself. That was a
Could you send like can you like attach video files to DMs on Patreon, or at least screenshots? I mean, I know you can on Discord, right? It's like, okay, you know, you could send those to the admin or whatever with the open DMs.
A 2-hour conversation. It was that quick. And somehow they can justify it by an age gap relationship? This is where my opinion starts to begin here.
Wait, did he end up sending those screenshots and whatnot to the admin?
The situation's over by this point, okay? Blair was the person going after Click and bashing him online for allowing pedos in his server.
I really wouldn't lightly make accusations like this unless I...
Yeah, well, yeah, and obviously Blair is a hypocrite. By her own standard, yeah, she does endorse that disgusting behavior, right? By, like, a normal people's standard, it's like, okay, maybe she had no idea, and it's her admin's fault, right? I mean, that's the standard I would use, right? But yeah, you have to remember that her standard is if you're not micromanaging your Discord server 24/7, then you're enabling that type of behavior.
I had seen them for myself. And let me be abundantly clear here, I am not trying to accuse the Click of pedophilia, nor do I have any reason to believe that he could be a pedophile. However, he cultivated an environment that was a breeding ground for inappropriate behavior with minors to occur, and that's exactly what happened.
A situation that went on while he was asleep and was dealt with by the time he woke up. Blair, on the other hand, was awake during this, ignored multiple attempts for communication, and banned people trying to come forward with information. Yes, I am a drama channel, but that shouldn't make me the enemy when I'm trying to do the right thing. I tried to...
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think that the first thing you should have sent to the admin would have been the actual screenshots. But other than that, yeah, I would agree with that. Again, this on its own obviously wouldn't be super incriminating or anything. But, you know, it's just another example of her being a complete hypocrite, despite morally grandstanding and acting like she's above everybody.
Telling her. I could have posted this evidence in her Discord server, but I feel like that probably wouldn't have gone good considering that individual is also in that server. And I could have just posted this without trying to contact her. But I'm not going to be like, oh, look at her Discord, it's creepy. I gave her the chance to handle this, and she didn't. In fact, she blocked me. So that's why I'm here making this video, because I don't know what the hell else to do. I mean, seriously, I'm out of options. I don't like...
Yeah, and obviously, if Blair hadn't set this standard, I think this would be a dumb video to make. It's like, oh, there was one bad person, there was one bad apple in the server, and, you know, they're just negligent or whatever, right? You know, they would just be like, okay, that's not video worthy. But because Blair has set a certain standard, now it is video worthy, right? It just goes to show she has no moral principles. The only thing she believes in is, I guess, her innate superiority to the rest of the human race.
Blair, I haven't before and I don't now, but even excluding the past 2 months of stuff going on, this on its own is a terrible thing that she blatantly ignores. Disregarding everything that's happened, this is arguably one of the worst things. I want to end off by saying Charlie is okay.
Well, I think the reason it's bad is because she's a hypocrite, right? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, I understand, you know, you might, you know, have it say, oh, you're online on Discord, but you might not actually be looking. It could be, like, in a tab in the background. I get that. I understand that. But again, according to her own standards, she would be enabling that behavior, and she handled the situation worse than the Click did, who I guess didn't even have to handle the situation because his mods did it for him, right? Now, I would blame the admins of Illuminaughtii for being negligent, right? More than Illuminaughtii herself. But because it's, you know, she set a standard, that's why, you know, she should be held to her own standard. So, that's my spiel on that. But yes, now we're all caught up, right? But I'm gonna end stream soon. But yeah, I saw people talking about that. Again, it would be a nothing burger if it was anybody else. But again, she set such a high standard for other people because she likes to slander people and whatnot and lie. But it's an impossible standard that not only can she not meet, but she's further away from meeting it than the people she was trying to criticize. And that's the reason why it was video worthy, right? I'm not going to morally grandstand and be like, oh, you're not micromanaging your server? What is wrong with you? It's like, okay. You know, it's like, I guess maybe they genuinely thought, oh, they're just trolling. Hee, they're gonna, you know, or some, I don't know. But they still handled it poorly, right? Like, I wouldn't say they're malicious, but, you know. Patreon was the OG my fans. Okay, yeah, I saw Femyoz from the Illuminaughtii drama. She hasn't banned in 2 milliseconds. Oh god. She's enabling my behavior. She's supporting me. I'm so glad that Illuminaughtii is a based supporter of the channel. Can't spell her name, but yeah, her name is impossible to spell sometimes. It really do be like that. Took me a few tries to get it right. It's like, why would anybody make that their username. It's like, it's not aesthetically pleasing. It looks stupid, and nobody remembers how to spell it. Unless they spell it like a billion times. Nah, this messaging is control, not schizophrenia. It's a targeted attempt to stop bleed. Oh, I know that. I just like to say, oh, you're schizophrenic as like a joke. Yeah, how I ran across Femyoz for the first time. Stuck around because he's a good middle ground drama channel. Why, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I would consider myself middle ground. I'd consider myself the most reasonable. I guess, yeah, I would say middle ground. Well, I'll present things the way they are. I might be a contrarian to counterbalance somebody else's opinion. But at the end of the day, I'm ultimately going to end up stating whatever my own opinion is, right? Lock down the information, isolate the audience, control the narrative, etc. Yeah, that's exactly what she does, right? And ultimately, like, these are just examples of, okay, you know, she has no morals, right? She says one thing to one person, another thing to another. She goes out of her way to screw people over. That's her pattern of behavior, right? You know, and, you know, she won't, you know, necessarily tell people that she's screwing them over. It's like, I don't know. It's like she wants, you know, all of the benefits, the emotional benefits from doing stuff out of spite without any of the responsibility, right? That's why I think it's based when I do things out of spite, right? Because it's like, I'll own it, right? It's like, yeah, I did this out of spite. Fucking cry about it, all right? Like, I'm honest about it, right? And I don't go too far. It's like, I'm not willing to do something where the punishment clearly doesn't fit the crime or anything like that. So, yeah. You gotta pay her to find out. Yeah, the fact that, yeah, it's like, yeah, if you're paying money to tell her that, you know, hey, by the way, there's this thing you might want to look at. It's very fucking lazy, you know, once you see that, to not care, despite, you know, claiming, oh, this is something you have to be super attentive to. Well, you know, she's not. You know, she just made that up as a standard because it was convenient at the time. And it shows. And it shows. But yes. Restraint. I'll admit, I'm a petty bastard too sometimes. Yeah. It's like, I'm petty, but, like, within reason, right? And I'll do it in a way that's comedic, right? It's never meant to, like, actually cause harm, right? I'll do it, like, as in, like, oh, I'll make a couple passive-aggressive jokes about somebody I don't like. Or maybe I'll make a video really tearing them apart, right? But it's like, I'm not gonna lie to get back at somebody, right? I don't see how that would benefit anybody. Like it's mutually beneficial if we're all just honest to each other, right? Like, as a rule, you know? Like, that's something where CB2 has tweeted about her going after him in Discord and posted screenshots from her Discord. I'm certain that, yeah, she's probably, yeah, going after him because now he's getting attention, and she sees him as somebody who has wronged her for simply making valid criticism and calling her out rightfully, you know, for being a hypocrite, right? If nothing else. Well, you gotta go over the Madcaster video about Blair being a hypocrite. With Hello Fresh Company, I requested the last Illuminati video you made. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, maybe there'll be one more stream after this. I wanted this to be a short stream that's, like, less than an hour. This is more than I intended. Or less than 45 minutes. But yeah. See, at this point, I'm curious how much of this is projection. Oh, all of it is projection, right? Every accusation she makes is just a confession, right? You know, she'll accuse somebody of doing something, and she'll have done the same thing, or something far worse. 45 minutes more. Nah, this is a short stream. I just wanted to briefly go over something. You know, learn a little bit more information for when I include it in my next video, right? That was the main reason I'm doing this. I wanted to do research with you guys, okay? That was it. Just a little bit of research. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing with the notifications on, and letting me know in the comments below. Yeah, it rhymes, so it's a good idea. Oh, I also didn't even do a fit check. Oh. But, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh no, my cat ears fell off. I hate when that happens. Alright. But, yeah. Fit check. Woo. Do I spin? I hope I don't... Oh, I don't know. It's kind of a short skirt. Ah, fuck it. Well, nah. You know what? Yes. Ooh. I hope I didn't show anything. Teehee. Alright, anyways, goodbye everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Unless I die in a tragic house fire. Goodbye. Unless... What if the stream never ends? Or maybe it does. Who knows? Alright, goodbye.